I'm 28F dating a single dad 32N, but it's complicated. Okay, I have no problem dating a single parent. We have been dating for 5 months, and generally he's a great guy, but he has his failings. First, the biggest issue, he lives with his baby mama. That's right. He knocked up his ex while they were casually hooking up and allowed her to move into his house. It didn't work, no one moved out. The kid is 4 now. It seems like a hellish unwinnable game of chess. She's allegedly dating too, but as a result I have never, ever been to his house. He kind of invited me when baby mama and kid were both out of town, but it felt sneaky and dirty and just wrong. He kind of has substance use problems and a super unhealthy family dynamic from both ends of the dynamic, ditched me on a date one time to buy drugs. He has cut out drug use since, though. He sees me when he isn't watching kid or hasn't scheduled himself for work. Yay, he schedules himself and can work when he wants. As a result, it really doesn't seem like he works that much, at all. Definitely not the standard 40 hours. Anyway, for some reason, he decided he couldn't accommodate me, resulting in him missing an event I wanted to take him to, buy his ticket and everything for my birthday because he could make money. However, he took off the same exact night for a friend's play a month later. So apparently a free, actually amazing night out to my favorite yearly event is less of a priority to him than a play running for a few weeks. He callously chalks it up to me not understanding he could use the money. Well gee, don't buy coke so often then? Schedule yourself to work more other nights? It turns out the 3-day vacation we could go on is only convenient for him because his kid baby mama are out of town. I'm at the end of my rope. I don't know where or how he lives, and he expects to walk into my house at 8 p.m. and out by 3 a.m. so he can grab some rest before his kid wakes up at his convenience. He is free every day from around 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., yet has never tried to welcome me into his life. I feel like a distraction. He takes me on fun dates at night, but I still feel like he is tiptoeing around his baby mama and I'm a fun distraction from his crappy life, even though we have had serious talks about the future. It's weird though, because when we do talk about potentially living together and checking Zillow for potential spots, he rarely accounts for a second bedroom for his kid to sleep in for the eventual point he has some partial custody. As far as I'm concerned, if he wants this to progress with me, I want him to sit down with baby mama and explain that he is seriously dating someone and I am welcome in the house at any time, as long as the kid isn't there. I want him to formulate a plan with me to show me that his living situation isn't permanent. Thus far I've convinced him to talk to a lawyer regarding his situation, but that's about it. I want to feel like he has a day a week or some time specifically devoted to me or us. I work around his life a ton and I don't feel appreciated for it. I want him to return to ACA Adult Children of Alcoholics for support. I feel sick because at this point I'm scared to go to his house. I get anxiety at the thought of meeting his kid, something he plans for more around the 6-month mark, but I'm fine delaying this until he's more comfortable. And I'm just frustrated so much of the time. He is also incredibly jealous and has said things like he expected me to be a stronger person, more understanding if I felt as strongly as I did. He needs to be realistic about his situation. He knocked up his ex, who is turning the kid against him. He needs to lawyer TF up and fight for reasonable visitation when the time comes. He can't just go on assuming it will be amicable when he admits his living situation is already toxic. He has frequently said how lonely and miserable he is living in his own home. Reddit, WTF did I get myself into? Edit, are my ultimatums unreasonable? Edit, he lied about owning the house. The deed is entirely in her name. They were ducking up to 18-24 months ago, which is why I am not allowed in the house. You were right, internet. I called out of life today and I'm going to go curl up in a ball and cry. Hoofbeats, horses, zebras. Something. Please, I hope someone learns from me. Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, are you joshing? I'll bet you anything this is a married committed man cheating on his partner. Op answer, He doesn't seem committed, stays out all night, for one, but that's the bar industry? He just seems completely in denial. Redditor 2, has a kid, still lives with his ex, maybe has a substance abuse problem, ditched you to go buy drugs? Is maybe abusive, and doesn't make time for you. Sounds like a catch. Seriously, what are you getting out of this relationship? Redditor 3, whenever I see someone write he's still living with his ex, all I hear is he's still with his ex. Men who are cheating and living with their partners pull this at all the time. You actually note that you have only been invited round when she is out of town. I would put 2 plus 2 together there. Even if he isn't though, this is already more drama and red flags than I have time for. Kids, perhaps okay, but kids plus family drama plus substance abuse plus abuser plus potentially still with his baby mama? 6 months is too soon to meet his kid, in my mind, especially given all your misgivings about the relationship. And I will personally send you Reddit gold if you ever get to meet his ex, because I almost guarantee you that this will be news to her. Run, Forrest, run. Redditor follow-up. He expected me to be a stronger person, more understanding if I felt as strongly as I did. This is completely manipulative. Update. I'm 28F dating a single dad 32M, but it's complicated. Anyway, his controlling and mentally abusive ways got worse to the point he threatened me because I went to a job interview alone. He also followed me with his car while I was walking the dog and saw I was on my phone with my BFF trying to cool down, and sent me many nasty texts accusing me of calling my ex, etc. He told me how some girls in the bar were hitting on me and I should just go have my dyke OG since it's obviously what I wanted, although at first he told me he was proud of how I handled rejecting them. It came to a head the other night when he told me I was an embarrassment and not allowed to talk about my job around his very friendly and open-minded bar co-workers I dance and out-earn him. I just bought us a lavish vacation for 15 days to Southeast Asia. Later we went to a bar for dinner and he ignored me the whole time, so I probably had a little too much to drink, and he left saying he was going to go duck who he wanted and do the drugs he wanted because I was a worthless cunt. He said some other things that made me scared to go home. I went to a friend's where I have keys, and stupidly I relapsed on heroin 2 years clean and stopped breathing. Luckily my friends with me at the time did CPR and saved my life. When he found out, he told me he hoped I got ARPed, attacked me, and destroyed my app. The police were called and CPS is now investigating his ability to be a father. I am in incredible pain, cracked ribs I think from the CPR, as well as where he hit me. My thighs and arms are completely bruised up, and I'm alone, dealing with the aftermath. I am working to get a temporary protective order, TLDR, fellow Reddit users. If you are dealing with a controlling and abusive partner, it does not get better. Please let this be another story to help you decide to leave before it gets worse. My friends consider me clever, generous, and smart. Love blinds you and makes you want to see the best in people. However, when someone's jealously extends beyond reason, you are risking your own life. I'm still scared he is going to attack me or try and manipulate me into blaming myself. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1, I hardly use this, but I've logged in to say that I purely hope in the near future you'll get better and recover from this horrendous period of your life. Op, I'm just glad you got out before he killed you. Internet hug. Op answer, thanks. I'm home alone, wide awake because I can't sleep right now and I can't stop crying. Your comment means a lot. Redditor 2, the police were called and CPS is now investigating his ability to be a father. The silver lining. Redditor 3, Jesus. I hope photos were taken of your injuries. Do not let this slide. You're not the only one in danger from this man. Take care of yourself. Up. Get that protective order, break your lease ASAP and find a new place, and tell no one but your most trusted friends where you live. Warn your boss at work in case he shows up and give security a recent photo of him. And stay clean this time, eh? You don't need that noise on top of everything else. You can do this. Be safe. Redditor 4, I am so sorry. Please get serious about protecting yourself, you deserve it. You deserve to be safe and loved. Please say that to yourself a bunch of times. Learn to ride out any impulse to contact him the way one does to kick a substance craving. Your times together were not magical, all that feeling came from within you. He's not capable of love or support or respect. He will never be the partner you're capable of being. So, pursue the protective order. Change the locks, block him by phone, block him on any social media, tell the bouncers where you dance he's not allowed in, etc. Carry pepper spray if that's legal in your location. I want you to see a doctor for stress and depression. Please go to AA for your alcoholism, NA for heroin, and Al-Anon for codependency. Please find a way to see a therapist. You deserve the support and need the structured self-reflection to examine why you've embraced someone so abusive. I wish you luck and happiness. But you're the only one who can give you those things. Redditor follow-up. Or please consider getting medication-assisted treatment for your heroin use disorder. If you Google buprenorphine waiver physicians for your area, you should be able to see a list. Kicking an opiate, i.e. heroin or pain pills with just NA, is incredibly difficult. Redditor 5, I got to where he said you should go have your dyke orgy and froze for a second because these were the exact words my physically abusive ex said to me. I'm glad that you are okay and out of that situation. My situation is pretty fresh too. Everything came to a head at the beginning of the year, but if you need someone to talk to, feel free to message me.